Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Ōkami. Today we're going to go through the rest of the dungeon, find the last two secret ingredients for the chef's awful, grotesque soup. Made of a liver, an eyeball, some big lips, just a whole chunk of lips in there, and a big entire horn, in some broth. But whatever, he seems pretty satisfied with his life choices, so who are we to judge? The remaining two ingredients that we have to get are... Oh no! Damn it. They are Eyeball of Fire and the Black Demon Horn. Oh, right, this leads back out here, the very first room that we went in other than the kitchen. Ah, okay, I forgot how this connects around. I love the way this dungeon is laid out. This is definitely the first, what feels like the first real, quote-unquote, dungeon. Ah, it's such a fun design. Okay, so we still have that locked gate over there, and remember, this was the bridge room. And the first time that we came here, we crossed the bridge, we got to the ice barrier, and we didn't have any way to move past that. And then on the way back across the bridge, it collapsed under our weight. But we have repaired quite a few bridges in our time with this game, so we know that there is another way back. Let's reposition. And now that we have Moegami's Inferno Celestial Brush ability, we can actually get through here now, which leads us to another demon gate, which probably means another secret ingredient is imminent, especially now that we have the Fire Eye, counterpart to the Ice Mouth. And this is really neat, because there's no torches or braziers or anything in the environment, so instead you use the Fire Eye's flames to put out the Ice Mouth's ice. And then you can just use the Gale Storm to extinguish the Fire Eye's fire, like we do on Crimson Helm. And his floral finish is, of course, also the Gale Storm. So nifty. Oh, I think that... Oh, wait, no, we don't have a... Oh, that's really cool. This is really cool encounter design. Oh, man. That's clever. Because in order to get the maximum amount of horns out of that fight, you actually have to think a little bit about the order that you kill them in. Because we needed Inferno to do the Ice Lips floral finish on it, and the only source of fire in that fight is the Fire Wheel, so if you kill that first, oh, you don't get the extra fangs. Okay, so this room, I think we come back here a little bit later to melt these chests. You can pass the fire in here, but also you can just do this from the right angle right here. It's a little tricky, but hey, that works. And then for the other side, there's another way that they want you to do this, but I think that it's just cool that you can. And then for that last chest in the back, I think we come back for that later, when we do this the correct way. For now, though, we do have our third out of the 4 secret ingredients, and we have a key that'll allow us to go further into the dungeon. That was Orochi, no doubt. Toe to tip, that's an Orochi. Oh, okay. Isun is warning us to to go at this with a little bit of urgency, because if Orochi gets too impatient, he may not wait for the appetizer. He might just move on to the main course. So, let's see what new area we have ahead of us. Oh no! It's this part! Oh shit. I was hoping to put this off. There's a really unfun puzzle in here. Oh no. Sloppy circles. Oh wait, I skipped through that way too fast. Better be extra careful around here. Yeah, you don't want to sand. Skoldoons don't play with the ball. No, we have to play with the ball. And you probably know what that means. Oh fuck, it's a ball pushing puzzle. It's a ball pushing puzzle with a lot of things for the ball to fall down. And then over here, if we slash the eye, we'll start the gale blowing and it'll reveal a hidden path. Thankfully, when you actually reveal it with the gale storm, after that little tutorial moment, the path stays unconcealed for a while. And then the other thing that sucks about pushing this ball around is that it's much denser and more heavy than some of the others that we've done. So we can only headbutt it. This guardrail is really, really nice of them to put here, but it doesn't go on forever. So let's, first gale storm. Hopefully we'll get this across in just one or two. We want to line this up. Got it here, no problem, but now the fun begins. Okay, this looks good. Let's... Okay, it's gonna... Oh no, why? Why? That's not the direction I was facing. At least they're nice enough to respawn it here. My chest was... Oh no. No! Come on, nope. Ugh. No, why? Why? No! Oh my god! Carefully nudge it with the full force of your skull. Just use the kinetic force of momentum plus your own bones to gently move the ball. Also, this pit stands out because it has a clover berry next to it. And that is not all. That clover marks this pit because you can fall down it and you get a little bit of extra treasure once you find this path. Oh, so you know how I was saying last time that the imps should really look into unionizing? Well, that sells for quite a bit. Well, one night, instead of sleeping, my brain decided to have some thoughts about that. So Orochi is this dictatorial leader of these imps who find intrinsic fulfillment in their labor, but they do it in service of a single all-powerful entity who can fire them, literally set them on fire, at any time. So they live in terror and serve his whims, no matter how cruel or destructive they are. And they are the ones who do all the work. Orochi didn't build this place. The imps did. Orochi doesn't cook the meals. The imps do. Orochi doesn't operate the elevator. The imps do. All Orochi does is spread misery and literally destroy the planet's natural beauty. And you can see this is already quite a bit larger than either of the other 2 dungeons that we've done. 7 floors. And we're closing in on the end of it pretty soon. So yeah, how about that? This game is telling a very common and very simple and very old type of story that is still broadly applicable today. Perhaps it would be good to actually learn from this type of story and interrogate why these themes keep coming up and how they reflect the society that led to them. No, what am I saying? The art is pretty, and Wolfgo Bar can fight monsters. That's all there is to this video game. Alright, we can melt this, and now that we've progressed a little bit further, there are a couple of extra little treasures that we have access to now. First, I think we want to jump all the way down, because the more progress you make in this dungeon, the more things will sprout up out of those pots at the bottom, or the planters. Can we bloom this? It kind of looks like maybe? No. No, they were by the guy who was talking about the gong. Like this treasure chest now, whoops. Whoop, hello. This treasure chest is now available to us. Previously it was the clover. That shortcut flower previously became accessible to us only after we made a certain amount of progress. We now have the ability to melt this and get another chest. Oh, wait, this isn't a chest. This is another shortcut. And I think this one leads right back up to the stairs that we were just on, right? Oh, no, this leads to this chest. Right. Ah, cool. And some more sellable treasure. We'll be able to make use of all this again we've been accumulating pretty soon. But now, back to where we just were. It just takes a second to run back up here. And you may have seen this and wondered why this is here. Well, there's another one further off into a spot that would otherwise be unreachable. So this is there, so we can get back to that lower ledge from here. Oh, we were, before we left Kusa Village, we went in that one house and filled in the eye of that statue. And Melonbread left a comment recently that elaborated on what that was, and it's actually really cool. So, alright, the camera orientation while you're doing the Gale Storm. Oh, hold off on that. This is pretty nifty. Do not use the cannon, it's out of order. I want to do the opposite when I see a sign like that. Alternatively, this sign can't stop me because I can't read. So we have a source of fire. We see a big obvious fuse, and right across the way, we see a suspiciously blank wall. So we want to time this just right, so the cannon will break that open. I love that. That's really cool. It's a clever little puzzle. And then, there we go. I don't think I'm gonna get stuck on the post. I don't think that can happen. Good. Good. And now, I hope you're ready. Whoop, hello. I hope you're ready for more ball pushing. Alright, that comment. Yeah, Melonbread left a really interesting comment recently about the statues. Those statues are actually Daruma dolls, and their purpose is to help you keep promises. So you fill one eye in when you make a promise, and then the other one when you've made good on that promise. Now we have some ice over here, some ice up on this ledge, and then some ice on that high ledge. I must have missed something. Oh, yeah. I just kind of went attention blind. So we are going to blow it off the ledge to the left, and then, since this orb is on fire, we're not going to be able to headbutt that or just move it with our bodies. So we do something kind of nifty here that almost offsets how annoying the sphere rolling in this game is. Almost. It's cool that you have to use the Gale Storm for this purpose. It's a neat wrinkle on the gimmick. And whoop, we're out of ink. And I guess you don't have to push this one that much, and there's no real danger that it's gonna go over a ledge or something, and that you're gonna have to do stuff over. Wow, that was not a spiral. Michael and Helen would be ashamed of that. There you go. And it doesn't have to traverse as much distance. It's just they didn't need 2 of these in one dungeon. Hello. Thank you. We're getting pretty close to it being in a good position, though. I think right over here should probably be good enough. Especially if you're just trying to exit the area. Because the exit is the very first ice block. But while we're here, might as well get those 2 treasures. It's a really quick thing. So, number 1, Holy Bone. Not that useful. Wish I could... Oh wait, I can sell those. I just forgot that you can sell things that aren't treasure. The lacquerware sets are treasure, so that's good anyway. I think in this entire game, I might end up using one item, one consumable item. And that'll just be to show something cool. Ah! I had that last hit buffered. It always sucks when you mess up a floral finish against a black imp, just because the opportunity cost of that is so high. If you mess up against a regular imp, oh well, you miss out on 1 blue demon horn, but against a black imp, you miss out on 3! That sucks. Okay, we have that. Good to go. Now we are going to tumble 5 stories down with the final ingredient and head back to the kitchen. Woo! Air dash. Ah, yeah, and the final treasure. I think this is the last one. 1, 2. And a golden peach. Fills the astral pouch instantaneously. Neat. Okay, we can't do anything with the bell just yet, so we just have to go back to the chef and let him prepare his disgusting, fetid lip soup. With each secret ingredient I add, my love for Lord Orochi shall deepen. Okay, you're not in the Union. You seem like you're probably gonna be a strike breaker. I shall prepare a symphony of demonic goodness. I don't think the juggling adds flavor, but impressive nonetheless. Oh, the crown jewel of appetizers. Dung heap, slime bucket, goulash. Nice. The Epicurean bell. We're gonna go ring that melodious bell to let Orochi know it's time for dinner. I don't know when the ice reappeared in this room. I guess that just happens when you quit out and reload. Let the Epicurean bell be rung. Let it ring as many times as Lord Orochi has heads. I'm sure at some point in this game, they've dropped... like, they've explicitly said that Orochi is an 8-headed demon, right? I'm sure at some point they've said that. Or they've specified that. I would hope. So they bring it up, the elevator comes back down, and then we have to ask our friend for a lift back up. After all that. That sure was stressful. Wish I hadn't seen his throne room. The place just terrifies me. Hey, let's go back up! What? No, why? Come on, I won't look at the throne room too. You really want to go? That's such a fun little way to frame it, that point of no return decision. Oh, and the mood is completely changed. Oh, and we once again have access to the merchant right before the fight, just in case you wanted to, I don't know, get prepared with some curatives and some damaging items, or just pick up a brand new weapon that you've been ignoring. But now that you have something more powerful that you like to use anyway, might as well just keep saving your tens of thousands of yen. Confirmation that the appetizer is disgusting. Great. They haven't even brought it to him. Oh, this is really cool. It's very foreboding. We'll get a little peek at the throne room before we make our dramatic entrance for the fight against Yamato no Orochi. This has real final boss energy. Like real end of the game vibes, which... God, that's such a... Oh, yeah! The head directly opposite the fire head has no idea what's going on. Oh, wild god of the heavens, 100 years have passed since you imprisoned me here. How is it you've come back after perishing and turning into stone? 100 years in a cold, stony tomb. You reek of decay. Bottoms up, big guy. That would be the Thunder Brew, which Orochi happily drinks down. Looks like he may have been affected by it. Yeah, he looks like he might be intoxicated. That's what yellow represents, right? Unfortunately, when you go to fight him, there's another problem. That cheater has a barrier up. What are we gonna do now? Any bright ideas for a ball? Since we can't stop him, he's just gonna turn around, ignore us, and eat Kushi. Hold it right there, vile serpent. Yeah, it's that boy! Susano. Have no fear, Susano is here. Orochi and I have a score to settle. Very All Might vibes. Long have I awaited your coming, O descendant of Nagi. Now we shall fulfill this burning desire which has consumed us. The descendants of Nagi have kept me imprisoned here for 100 years. Yet it is that accursed bloodline which shall unleash my true power. A pact between Nagi's descendant and I, the great Orochi, shall deliver unto me dark powers beyond all comprehension. Let us seal the blood pact for all eternity. What's he talking about? Blood pact with Susano will unleash Orochi's true power. O he who seeks power, your first chance slipped through your grasp, but now the time has come for us to seal our eternal bond. Speak the words, I wish darkness upon the world. Utter that prayer to me and seal our blood pact. You too shall gain dark powers beyond all comprehension. The temptation of the Susano. I bet that sneaky serpent was the one giving Pops those nightmares. Clearly. Who else could have done that? Recite the words of our blood pact. Oh, I shall. I am the descendant of Nagi. Behold, Susano, the greatest warrior who ever lived. Hear me, vile serpent who would seek to harm a helpless woman. Your time is up. Feel the wrath of my trusty sword. Yeah! Foolish beast, did you really think you could deceive me? The only pact for me is the one that comes with my bloodline. If it is my fate to fall battling evil, then so be it. I seek help from neither god nor demon. The heroic bloodline of Nagi is all I require to slay you. Glittering gold sake. Is that 8 purification sake? Susano and Kushi made a miracle happen. Time to work your magic, Ami. Now we can fight Orochi for real. So 8 heads, 8 elements. That's the kanji on their helmets corresponds to which element they are. And also, look at that, the firehead. Looks identical to Crimson Helm's helmet. So this is how the fight works. You dodge or negate one of their attacks, like once again using Gale Storm for a fire attack. And then Orochi will roar, or at least one of the heads will roar, and you use that water spout technique to channel the sake into its mouth, And you do that 2 times to get 1 head drunk. So you're going to breathe fire again. And don't worry, you don't have to do it 16 times. You don't have to do it twice for each head. I think it's after... Oh, I thought I was out of ink completely. I think you just have to do this 2 or 3 times. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. This is the Earth Head. It smashes into the ground, creates a shockwave that you dodge, then you follow up with a counterattack. And roar. Ground pound 1 more time. Oh, I landed on it that time. I will say, Orochi is more dangerous than any of the bosses we fought so far, but the only other bosses that we fought so far were both pushovers. This one, yeah, this is the Poison Head, and God, it's got the goofiest helmet. I love it. Its attack is also negated with the Gale Storm. The Gale Storm works on a fair few of these heads. I think like maybe half of them are vulnerable to it. Yeah, and there we go. We do it 3 times. And now, their serpentine bodies become a bridge up to the weak point. Whoop, uh-oh. Wasting time here. Ooh, wasting more time. Oh, why am I only getting single attacks on the bell? That's... Ooh, this isn't good. There we go. We're starting to get some multi-hitting attacks. That wasn't a very good... that wasn't a very good burn phase. I think we could still 2-cycle this pretty easily, though. And I don't remember what you do about these. This is the Darkness Head. Remember that curse from the beginning of Kusa Village? Well, that's what this causes. Completely disables your brush, and we got a little bit close to the fire head. So we got some peripheral flames. Now, does this work? Okay, does power slashing them work like the... No. So you just have to dodge it. Okay. That's fine. Oh, and we also got a little bit of aggro from the Tornado Head. Prematurely. That also means that we speed up this. So we do the same thing we did before. This time we hopefully will have a better second phase. Or a second burn phase, rather. There's also a trick that you can use here if you want to just completely burn through this instantaneously, which is using a large exorcism slip. But since we 2-cycle that anyway, we got like 75% of that just on that second cycle. Don't really have a need for it. And now, we're gonna do something similar. Except this time we're fighting all 8 heads, and they have a new move each, which is that bite attack. They also have the sweep that they do now from the sides. But more importantly, when you get each head drunk, which only takes 1 water spout now, you can actually kill the head off. And this is the other change about this phase. Oh, this is the ice head, I think. I really wish it used its special attack. I mean, you can guess how you counter the ice head's attack with the big raging fire in the center. But it still would have been nice if it didn't just do the bite. We're going to make sure that we 1-cycle every single one of these because we don't want to draw this out any longer than we have to. They're all just going to do the bite, aren't they? They're lost. Can we get some peripheral damage on the one to the right? That'd be kind of nifty. So the question is, are any of them going to use their specials? Doesn't look like it. That one tried to take a pot shot at me. Oh wait, no, the ice head's the one on the far right there. To the right of the lightning head. It's a good feeling weapon. And that is 3 left? Maybe. Is that a 4th in the background that we still have to do? Yeah. And now the falling debris, the exploding falling debris from the sky becomes more rampant. But since you get so many free hits off, it's really easy to maintain full godhood in this phase. And it's not even all that ink intensive, especially if you don't have to counter a special attack. Okay, you're not gonna do anything special? That's rude. Uh-oh. Oh, it still worked. Thought I lost track of that a little bit. Oh, hello? Hello, camera. What you doing? I came close to not being a 1 cycle. See what I mean about not wanting to draw this out any longer than it has to be? So, like, yeah, sure, Orochi is a little harder than other bosses. But that just means that there's a chance that he might get some damage in. Altogether, without being a greater challenge, it's a great epic moment. But it's also a bit of a tedious fight. But I think that tedium is only really felt towards the end of it, so it doesn't overstay its welcome too much. I think like halfway through this phase is where it starts to feel a little bit old. Especially since the AI decided to just derp out. AI just had a big brain fart. O sacred moon of the heavens, come forth and pierce this darkness. Bear witness to the beast's demise upon my trusty sword, Tohenboku. Did he say moon? Right, the legend says the moon was shining when Nagi slew Orochi. Oh, of course this brush skill would be important. We've used all of them so far. Right, except Bloom. Bloom wasn't useful here. I thought I could bloom the pods from the Dark Head, but eh. Oh yeah! 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 It's late at night, so I'm trying not to yell too loud. Oh yeah! Yeah! Isn't this so cool? The parallels! The way those previous slashing sequences with him built up to this! Oh, this is so cool! Oh no! Is that the best you can do? I'll show you how a real man fights. Oh, well, that just means we get to appreciate this again. Ah! It's so good! Oh no, again! How? Why am I like this? It boggles my mind why I'm not consistent at drawing a straight line on an analog stick. I don't get it. Of all the weird things to have any kind of problem with. I remember on the Wii version of this game, they actually had a button that you could hold down just to make the lines straight horizontally. Which is odd because I think it's easier to draw a straight line with a Wiimote. It's the only thing that I really liked better about the control scheme of this game on the Wii was the drawing controls. Finish it off, Amy. No! No, Fido. I don't need your help this time. Hell yeah! Oh, he's doing a cool thing! Now for the ultimate in Susano-style martial arts. Celestial Cleaver. He does it on his own this time! He really didn't need our help with that one. I'm so proud of him. Dear Scushi, just as you devote your life to sake brewing, the way of the sword is all I know. Yet I have failed, for I unleashed that foul beast upon the world. I allowed evil to cloud my judgment. Who am I to claim the right to wield a sword now? Alas, there's no reason for me to live. Oh, Susano, why do you look so serious? Come on, laugh like you normally do. Looking like that is what makes monsters turn up. So come on, laugh. Laugh like you do when you help me. When you help me harvest the rice every year. Oh, we've obtained Divine Instrument Sumigari. Hold and release button for charged attack with Orochi's glaive. So now that the final boss, quote unquote, is defeated, we have the first of our final weapon types. We've had reflectors and rosaries, and now we have our first glaive. And so it came to pass that 100 years after its first defeat, the dreadful Orochi succumbed to Amaterasu and Susano's onslaught. As the foul breath left Orochi's twisted body, the curse lifting, a powerful sword known as Sumigari appeared. It was the reborn form of Tsukiyomi, which had been consumed by Orochi. Armed with this new blade, Amaterasu prepared for further adventure. At that moment, a mysterious evil force emerged from Orochi's corpse, splitting off in all directions and flying off into the distant sky. At that time, no one had any inkling as to just what the force was. The truth is, the real calamity and chaos had yet to visit the world. But for the time being, Kamiki found itself enjoying a new era of peace. Her story, however, is far from over. In fact, it is just beginning. Anyway, now that Ōkami's over, I can't wait to move on to the sequel, which the developers really kindly included on the same disc. We have now completed the Prologue. At last the time has come. The inseparable bonds between heaven and earth. Waka, the situation has grown urgent. You must return to the city at once. Très bien. Amaterasu, you may have slain Orochi this time, but do not assume it will be so easy the next. Due to some kind of programming mistake, there's a difference here between the localized version and the original Japanese version of the game, which is that in the Japanese version, that crescent moon that you saw is actually a full moon. That must have been one of Tama's fireworks. Wonder if the villagers already found out Orochi's dead. Oh, I know, it must be the festival. They just started the annual festival in Kamiki. Yeah, so when we come back next time, we're gonna have a party to celebrate the end of the prologue. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.